Play cousin, how many steps do you think it takes to get into a new truck? Should be get the keys, inspect the truck, and move your stuff in, right? Wrong. I got a story for you. And play cousin, can I be honest with you? I have been thinking about something a lot. So I'm gonna share those thoughts too. First story time, yeah. So I get through orientation. When you get hired by a trucking company and you get invited to orientation, that does not necessarily mean you have the job because you have to go through drug testing, you have to go through a physical. Sometimes people get sent home because they fail the hair follicle drug test or they do something crazy. Like there was one guy in an orientation that just would not stop running his mouth and got sent home. Sometimes it's high blood pressure or it could be anything, right? So got past orientation. There were, I think, maybe two people didn't make it for medical things. So we get to, through that, I get to my home terminal where I am given my truck. And I'll show you video. It wasn't the worst condition, but it wasn't the best condition as far as cleanliness. And I'm going to be living in here, so I need it clean. Well, it is not the dirtiest truck I've moved into, but it's not the cleanest either. Still crumbs up here from whoever was here before me. Um, but, you know, it's not the worst. Clean or not, I scrub and sanitize every place before I move in to my stuff anyway. But I don't know why someone left their pillow, but I would not like to touch it. Not the worst, but in the crevices, not the best. So send it back and they get it to Pro Clean and it gets cleaned, which is fine. So then I do my thorough clean with the Clorox and all the sprays and everything else. Fine. So now I'm going to go drive home about half hour away and get my gear that's in my storage unit. So I pre-trip the truck, flat tire. So I have to bring it back to the shop again. So it goes into the shop and they fix the tires. But good news, they gave me a whole new set of tires. So that was actually great. Okay. So now truck's ready to go and I'm actually driving it full speed for the first time because usually I was just creeping like 3 miles an hour from parking into the mechanics. And my dashboard starts going crazy like Christmas tree lights, like all kinds of codes are being thrown back to the mechanic. So I bring it back into the shop and they call me a few minutes later, like, we put it through the machine, everything's fine. And I'm like, are you sure? Because I sent pictures. It was giving me this code, it was giving me that code. And they're like, let me drive it around the yard first. Yeah, do that. So they did that. Luckily it was an easy fix. You know what it was? The guy who had put all the tires on left something, a bar in the back, and it was pushing on something on my slack adjuster and it was making all the codes go crazy. So just removed it. It was fine. So then I finally had my truck and I was able to go home and get my gear and move into the truck. And because I still pretty much had things in containers, it was a pretty easy move in. I think I'm getting good at this moving into semi truck thing. What's been on my mind is last time I was out on the road, it was during election season, and I thought I was going to catch a case for as many times as I had to hear that dumb. When the fact of the matter is I don't trust any politician, so to have to constantly be insulted and just ignore it was a bit much. I was like, if I hear this one more time, I'm gonna end up going off on someone. And so now going back out onto the road, and a lot of truckers support Trump. I don't know. They think a billionaire is gonna, a wealthy person is gonna help them, but okay. Um, and I am really concerned about what the reaction is going to be to me. Hopefully it's just nothing. And, you know, one of my favorite things about traveling internationally in this is talking to strangers, so when I'm trucking, I like to sit at the trucker counter and have random conversations with strangers. I learn a lot of things from the guys that have been out here for a long time. And I'm just not, I don't know what it's going to be. So we shall see. I will report back, but I am slightly worried. I am keeping my why top of mind. You know, the whole reason I'm out here is to get my finances in order so that I don't have to be any place I don't want to be. I don't have to do anything I don't want to do. So that is the motivation for being out here on the road and driving this truck. And that is what I'm going to be keeping top of mind while I'm out here this time around. So we'll see how it goes. I'm Essence Revealed on this journey from actor to tractor, financial independence, life and location freedom, and hoping to inspire my ladies over 40 to do something new if you want to, even if it's scary. If you want to learn about the stock market, I can teach you. I will give you a free class, 14-day challenge for free. I'll put a link to it in the comment, or you can get my ebook, which is a workbook with all of the lingo and the terminology, because I know stock market lingo can be a block for people.